So then guys, first of all, a big happy new year and welcome to 2025. I am sure this year we are going to get some amazing products from Apple, and we're also most likely going to be getting an event very soon at the beginning half of 2025 what I want to go over today, and also I want to cover what products we're most likely going to see. And to start with, the first product we're most likely going to see an upgrade to is the MacBook Air line. Now, just 10 months ago, on March the 3rd, 2024, we got the update to the MacBook Air where we got the M3 chip put inside of it. The actual design of the MacBook Airs didn't really change at all, and the colors really stayed exactly the same. And all we really got, like I said, was the M3 introduced to the 13.6 and also the 15-inch MacBook Air. Now, inside this MacBook Air, we got, say, the bin sort of GPU and the full fat sort of GPU option on there. That was the 9 or 10 sort of core version with that. And when we get to the M4 MacBook Airs, it's going to be a very similar deal. That is going to be literally the same design again. Nothing's really going to change on that, but the main thing that's going to change is the chip inside of it. And most likely we're going to have the choice of either, say, the bin sort of M4 version of the CPU, so I'm talking having, say, 6 efficient cores and 3 performance cores, and also the choice of the full performance version, I call it, what's the 6 efficiency cores and 4 performance cores, so 1 extra performance core, and that will be an option that you could actually have in the 13 and the 15-inch option. Now, most likely the 15-inch option will probably give you the full fat sort of version of the M4, because they've given that with the M3 and the M2 in the past. They actually offered the bin version, but the 13-inch model, the baseline, will actually have that. But some great news that will also come with this is most likely it's going to start with 16 gigabytes of RAM, because obviously now with the M3 MacBook Airs, ever since the M4 MacBook Pros came out, this has been the same scenario now. So this is what the starting amount of RAM will be, and we'll probably have the choice of 24 gigabytes as well. And then with storage, I would actually say it's probably going to still stay at 256 gigabytes this time round, but obviously you could probably upgrade that order up to 2 terabytes in your MacBook Air if you really want to do that. The great news is, what I'd also say with this MacBook Air is obviously the price is probably not going to change. It's going to be exactly the same as the M3 line, but what I would also go with that is most likely that the M2 MacBook Air, what Apple still sell now, will probably be dropped and replaced with the M3 MacBook Air just for the 13-inch model as sort of the baseline one that you can actually buy. But still a great buy will be in 2025. Like I said, the sort of target sort of time we've been hearing, as you can see right here, is probably going to be anywhere between January and kind of March time. So if Apple are planning to do an event in March time, it'll probably come out then. But if there isn't going to be an event whatsoever, then it'll probably be a press release, and we'll probably get something in January, I would say, probably end of January sort of time, to actually have those brand new MacBook Airs with that. What's going to be super exciting to see. Another sort of Mac that we're going to potentially be seeing in springtime is a new Mac Studio. Now, personally, I don't think it will come in spring. I think it's more likely going to come out in the summer, but I'll just say now there is the possibility it could come out in springtime. And again, the main sort of changes that we're going to see is probably the M4 Max and also the M4 Ultra inside of it. Now, we know the deal with the M4 Max, the amount of cores and RAM and configurations we have there, but the M4 Ultra, we're not too sure. In the past, what Apple have actually done is they've actually sort of paired together, say, 2 M1 Maxes and 2 M2 Maxes together to make the M1 Ultra and the M2 Ultra, but the M4 Max doesn't look like it has the ability to actually marry up together with another chip, unless Apple are making another kind of brand new M4 Max, what does have that ability to have 2 together. But we haven't really seen any leaks and rumors. They might be building an M4 Ultra from the ground up. It's going to be really exciting to see what Apple offer here with the Mac Studio. But personally, like I said, in my opinion, I think this is going to come in the summertime, and with that, there is the potential that we have been hearing that we're going to get a new studio display. Now, what I would say, if we are going to get a studio display, don't expect it to be OLED. It's probably going to be mini LED, but one of the cool things that we're potentially going to see as an upgrade is that we would actually finally have a desktop screen that is actually going to go as a Pro Motion display up to 120 Hertz, and also not actually cost us, you know, like about $4,000 or $5,000 to actually buy from Apple. So this is going to be really cool if Apple do bring out this new studio display too. Now, the next device that we've also heard is going to be coming out in the early part of 2025 is going to be the brand new iPhone SE. And personally, this is why I believe that an event is probably going to happen, because it's going to be a brand new design. When I say a brand new design, it is going to be borrowing a lot of its sort of design features from, say, an iPhone 14 normal. So I'm talking about the 6.1-inch model, not an iPhone 13 mini or 12 mini. And what we'll actually get is a few little changes. Obviously, we'll probably only have one camera on the back, and then also we may also get, say, a notch on the front. So, you know, we may actually get the kind of notch instead of, say, the dynamic island. So this is going to be quite interesting to see with this, but we're also going to get USB-C capability with this, and probably the most important factor of all of this new iPhone SE, it will have an A18 most likely inside of it. And the main reason why I say an A18 is because the A18 chip at the moment for a sort of mobile device out there is the only one that still supports USB 2.0 kind of speeds out there. At the end of the day, the A17 Pro, like we find in the iPad mini and also in the iPhone 15 Pro and the 15 Pro Max, obviously that could do USB 3.0 speeds. So it'd be a bit weird to actually bring out USB 3 speeds in an SE, whereas say the iPhone 16 and the 16 Plus has USB 2. So yeah, this is why I'd say most likely it'll be an A18 because it still has a USB 2.0 controller inside of it. Maybe Apple might clock down the speeds a little bit in this iPhone SE, but the main advantage that you will get out of all of this is 8GB of RAM, and most likely you're going to get Apple Intelligence also on this phone, what's going to be absolutely fantastic to see. Another fantastic device what actually came out in 2024 was this. This here is a Mac Mini, and funny enough, I'm giving away a Mac Mini on this channel in 2025. This here is the M4 Pro Mac Mini, and I'm going to be giving this away to one lucky subscriber near the end of March time, and you can enter in right now. All you have to do is put down in the comments below of what technology gear that you're hoping to get in 2025. Maybe this is going to be, say, a new iPhone SE. Maybe it's going to be a new MacBook Air. Maybe it's going to be a PS5 Pro. Maybe even the Switch 2 when it actually finally comes out. Let me know in the comments below. And then what you also want to do is make sure that you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell, because the second part of the giveaway will be happening near the end of March time, where I will be doing a video giving you details about a form that you'll need to fill in too, so you don't want to miss out on that, and also I'll be giving you the details of the live stream. But with this Mac Mini M4 Pro, just to remind you again, it is the baseline version, 512GB, 24GB of RAM, and I'm going to give it away to one lucky subscriber on this international giveaway. The last thing I just want to quickly say to you guys, that sadly there is still lots of scammers and spammers out there. People still impersonating me, telling you to WhatsApp, to Telegram, Instagram direct message. Please do ignore these people, or best you can see right here, please do report them. So moving on from this, there's probably about 3 more devices that we could see in the early part of 2025. One is that we could be actually seeing a brand new Apple TV and the potential of, say, a new sort of smart hub to go alongside with this, and also the potential of a camera too. There has been leaks and rumors bouncing around about this, but I won't go into too much detail at this point, but that is one potential, or this could actually be moved out further into the year with a sort of a brand new big release where Apple are trying to look after your home more. So we'll have to find out more information on that one in the coming months. But one thing I would also say is going to be updated is going to be the iPad. And I'm talking about the standard iPad to begin with, because the standard iPad right now has only still got an A14 inside of it, and obviously it lacks Apple Intelligence. So more than likely that Apple are going to update this to the 11th generation iPad, and inside of this iPad we could also be getting that A18 chip, what I spoke about earlier for the iPhone SE, because it has the USB 2.0 controller inside of this. And this is going to be really, really fantastic to see that we'd have Apple Intelligence in a baseline sort of iPad. But I personally believe the price of this might go up by about $100 to say $450, and Apple might still retain the 10th generation and sell that too. At the end of the day, until earlier 2024, this is what Apple did. They sold the 10th generation and also the 9th generation iPad, and I personally believe this is something that Apple will do again right here with offering, say, the 11th generation iPad with the A18. The only other device that's looking likely to be upgraded is also to be with the iPad Air. The iPad Air is potentially going to be getting an update. We're keeping the same sort of form factor design and everything like that. It's not going to be upgraded to the iPad Pro design, but the main difference is the M3 is going to be introduced into this iPad. Remember, Apple like to keep the iPad Air about a generation behind the iPad Pro, and this makes sense because right now we're on M4 and M2, so to bring this up to M3 and M4 makes a lot of sense. And we've also heard that Apple are going to bring out a new kind of magic keyboard for the iPad Air, because obviously right now it's missing, say, the function keys at the top. But the 10th generation iPad and also the iPad Pro, the new one, actually has the ability to have that, so this is missing this. But really guys, those are the latest and greatest sort of products that we're going to see in the early part of 2025 from Apple. Are you excited about these products? Well, let me know in the comments below. And with that as well guys, it's time to wrap up this video. So I do hope you've enjoyed watching it, and if you have done so, do press the like button. And also if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons as we go further into 2025, make sure that you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell too. Until next time guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.